What's going on, guys? JS Cards here, coming at you with another Banlist video, although this is for the OCG. That's right, they announced the new OCG banlist that will be going into effect in October, so about 2 weeks from now. And I just wanted to talk about it, kind of reflect on it a little bit, and see if there's any implications to the TCG, or see if there's any correlations between the two, because we just got ours yesterday at the time of filming this video. So let's just jump into this. So for forbidden monsters, you cannot use these anymore. We have Amazoness Archer, Summon Sorceress, and Cannon Soldier MK2. Okay, well, let's just jump into Amazoness Archer. Kind of understandable because Amazoness decks have been actually extremely popular there, and they had to hit this card, but I'm kind of indifferent about it. Amazoness isn't really a big problem in the TCG yet. That could change, but who knows? We have Summon Sorceress, though, which is actually a really big hit. It's a very popular card. It can just create a lot of advantage. It's really good in just about any kind of deck. I actually just made a video talking about how in the Soul Fusion TCG Special Edition, Summon Sorceress is going to be a promo. So for the TCG, we're still going to have Summon Sorceress around for a while because those special editions don't come out until December, and Konami's going to want to sell those. So they're not going to ban Summon Sorceress before then, unless, I guess, something crazy happens. So TCG players, you can either rejoice or be sad, just kind of depending on how you feel about the card. But OCG, it's definitely understandable as to why she was hit. Same goes for Cannon Soldier MK2, kind of a ridiculous, funny card actually, but it generated some crazy FTKs and OTKs, that sort of thing. So they banned like all the other versions of Cannon Soldier, and I guess this one was still creating some problems. So kind of a weird old card, but I'm glad they stopped the FTKs and OTKs because it's nice to actually play a turn or two before losing. Moving on to the limited cards, you can use one of these in your deck. We have Performage Damage Juggler. Kind of neutral, I guess it kind of helps Performapals and Pendulum decks, but nothing too crazy there. Nightmare Goblin. So Goblin's actually banned in the TCG now, but for the OCG, they can use one still. I don't think one will be too much of an issue. It's just when multiple comes into effect. I'm actually really glad it's banned over here in the TCG, but that's just me. OCG players, good luck dealing with the one still. But then another really odd choice here, but not really complaining, we have Tempest, Dragon Ruler of Storms. So after years, finally one of the Dragon Rulers is coming off of the ban list, and you can run one copy. To be honest, I would love to see this happen in the TCG. It is very interesting that they're just bringing back the one. I could see tucking this in like a Dragunity deck, or any kind of dragon deck, Blue Eyes. I don't know, it would be kind of fun, and just to be able to play it again, I would totally do that. Another limited card we have is A Hero Lives, and this is actually the exact same thing that happened with the TCG. And granted, we have Stratos back to 1. I believe the OCG has Stratos at 2, so it's kind of just give and take there, but yeah, A Hero Lives went down to 1, which is understandable because E-Heroes are going to be a contender this coming format. The next limited card we have is Gold Sarcophagus, and just because of the kind of crazy combos that you can use this with the new Thunder Dragon support, they had to hit this. For semi-limited, we have Altergeist Multi-Faker, and this is another understandable card. For the TCG, however, Altergeist didn't get hit at all. I'm really scared to face Altergeist this upcoming format. But for the OCG, they've been around longer. They're still a contender, except now you can only play 2 Multi-Faker, which shouldn't hurt the deck that bad. And also Necros of Brionax. So yeah, I could be wrong, but I think this was out 1 in the OCG. I'm not 100% sure of where this card was. I've kind of been hanging on to my Nekroz deck for the past, like, year or two, just hoping that this deck will see a break in the clouds and be able to shine a little bit and become kind of popular. It's still a really fun deck. It's just lost some support, but hopefully over the next few ban lists they can maybe make a slight comeback. Then we have Dante, Traveler of the Burning Abyss for semi-limited. That's also a really good card. And then we have Sky Striker, Mecha Widow Anchor, and Engage. So they did hit Sky Striker. Sky Striker is like the biggest deck right now in the OCG. In the TCG you see it mixed with a lot of more things, but yeah, so they did hit Widow Anchor and Engage, but I still think the deck is gonna find ways around that. Granted, those are two of its biggest cards, but it's nowhere near dead. And they also get 2 super polymerizations, which again just kind of goes hand in hand with the Elemental Hero support, and the TCG got this card to 1. I have a play set, so we'll see what happens down the road. I might sell the other 2 because right now we got the ban list hype going on here and the price just skyrocketed. But congrats to the OCG players and to the OCG hero players, because you get 2 super polys, 2 Stratos, and you still get a 1 hero lives. Then, for 2-ofs, again, we have the Grass Looks Greener, True King's Return, and Ring of Destruction. So, 60-card decks can rejoice with having another Grass Looks Greener. I don't really have too much to say about True King's Return going to 2. It's just kind of meh. And then Ring of Destruction. So in the TCG, we can actually play 3 copies now of Ring of Destruction. So for all those burn players. But for the OCG, 2 copies is still really good. I mean, it's kind of a weird hidden tech card. Or if you're playing burn, you're going to want to max out on 2 copies here. But yeah, it's a fun old school card. Not as powerful as it was back in the day. That's why we can play more than just 1, or I think it was even banned years and years and years ago. But yeah, so 2 Ring of Destruction will be kind of fun. Then for semi-limited here, we have Alistair the Invoker, Spiral Gear Drone, Disc Commander, which is the same for the TCG. This name I'm not even gonna say. Evigishi Gust Kraken. I probably just butchered that, but okay. And then we have El Shaddai Construct and Winda. We'll get to those 2 in a minute, but first of all, Invoked, Alistair the Invoker. The Invoked engine is just a great splashable engine for a lot of different decks, so being able to play 3 Alistair will be very beneficial. Spiral Gear Drone, kind of the same thing. Spirals are still really good even though they've been hit a bunch of different times on the ban list. They're affordable now. Spiral Gear Drone will be a great benefit for Spiral players, and they're still like a sleeper deck, no pun intended. Disc Commander, he's also at 3 for the TCG, like I said, and he's not as good as he was back in the day, but I guess if you're a hero player of some kind, or you got some special hidden deck no one knows about where this is your key card, you have 3 of them now, so good job for you. Evigishi Gus Kraken, no comment. I honestly don't even know what that card is. And then we have El Shaddai Construct and Winda. Oh, if only this happened in the TCG. I thought for sure we were going to get Construct to 1. I'm glad I didn't put any money down on that, but I was willing to bet everything in the TCG we would get Construct to 1. We had a bunch of Shaddai reprints and support printed in Shadows and Valhalla, and now we don't get Construct. I'm so jealous of the OCG. Same with Winda, still a great Shaddai monster. We have access to it over here in the TCG, but yeah, Construct to 3 is nuts. That's a huge break for Shaddai's, and it'll be interesting to see the deck profiles that come this coming format. Yeah, overall, I have to say this list creates a lot of diversity. Actually, both TCG and OCG ban lists have created a chance for older decks and decks that don't have recent support to come back with these older cards that are coming off of the list and coming off of the forbidden section, and it's creating diversity in the formats. We're not just going to see the same 3 or 4 decks. We're going to see a bunch of stuff, and it'll be very interesting to study the OCG once this ban list goes into effect and once we start seeing the types of decks that are coming out of it, and kind of project that and consider what that means for the TCG. So very exciting stuff here. The game is actually quite diverse right now, and I'm very excited. But I hope you guys stay tuned, because I'm going to make a video dedicated to just our TCG ban list, and we'll go over that this weekend. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more. That really helps me out, and stay tuned for more awesome videos. I do Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Openings, news videos, updates, all of that fun stuff, deck profiles as well. And with all these ban lists coming up, I'll be doing a lot of more deck profiles in the next few weeks, so hopefully you guys are just as excited as I am to share those with you. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.